Second conference of the Transatlantic and Pacific Project. I also want to welcome you to the Universitat Politècnica de Catalunya, one of the four technological universities in Spain, and we can say proudly, one that occupies a prominent position both in teaching and research nationally and internationally in different fields. Even though you're going to have the welcome from the director of the school and the mayor of the city, I want also to welcome you to Vilanova i la Geltrú and its School of Engineering. This is one of the oldest schools in our university. And I can say that thanks to an intelligent approach at both sides, the local government and the school, they are cooperating very tightly to connect with the territory and the local ecosystem, to forge synergies, and finally to contribute to the university's social outreach mission, which is creating an alliance that has become a positive asset here in Vilanova. I want to thank you also the school for organizing such a relevant event and the city for such a warm welcome. To prepare this brief welcome speech, I've been reading about the two organizations and the conference that today starts. As Vice Rector of International Policy at this university, I could not be more interested in the topic that you're going to deal with during these days. Dealing with language and communication means dealing with those tools that make possible a mutual understanding between different countries and different disciplines. In fact, it is more than a tool. Someone said that it's humanity's greatest invention, a bridge between people, communities, and cultures, something that allows us to live and work together, no matter the physical or mental distance, for a better world. The topic of the conference will explore virtual exchanges as a way to expand our networks, among other goals, as a way to improve internationalization. I have always advocated that we must improve the international dimension of our university because that makes us better as individuals. Being more international is not just knowing how to travel further or farther. It's being curious. It's understanding that the world has many points of view. It's wanting to learn from others. It's being more tolerant, more empathetic. So being more international makes us better also as a community, even without leaving home. Virtually is an essential tool for all of this. During this year, we have had an accelerated virtuality course. Virtual communication has allowed us to maintain our activity, maintain teaching, meet with our distant partners, but also with those closest to us, keep our research projects alive. Before the pandemic, we talked about internationalization at home as something that would come and that it was somehow difficult for us to explain. Now we know what it is. And even with many uncertainties, we have a much clearer understanding of the role that it can play in our lives. That expanded capacity for virtual communication has permeated our society in such a way that even the elderly or people with lower levels of education have entered that world to continue living with their family, to meet that grandson who was born only a few streets away and who has not been able to meet in person due to lockdown. Communication has thus become a tool for inclusion and equity. We do not want to give up with physical life, to meet in person, to touch each other. But this new tool that we have learned so quickly brings new things that we don't want and should not give up. The challenge now is to learn how to combine the physical world with the virtual one for the benefit of all. And you're going to help us to do so. So I thank you in advance for the work that you're going to do these days and in the future to contribute to making virtual communication in our universities, in our work groups, a positive value. I wish you a conference that is rich in discussions, allowing to deepen your work with former colleagues and absorb new ideas and insight from those who are joining now. We will follow you closely, and surely your work will be very useful to us. If you are in the city, I will recommend you to enjoy the city, its charm, and most especially its gastronomy. For those of us that are distant, just write in your agenda that you should come to Vilanova. In the meantime, I wish you a very nice conference. Thank you very much. Now it's the turn of Elizabeth Arnaud, the organizing of the conference.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Rectora. Bon dia. And as this is a multilingual conference, so good morning, everyone here, and good morning, everyone who's connecting live, and also good day to all of those participants who are online and will watch us later because of time differences. So this was a long-awaited moment because we had planned this conference for 2020 and we had imagined it differently, completely different. But this year has changed us all, and it has posed many challenges to all of us, and we have had to become more networked, as our vice rector said. So we had to reinvent it. So here I should say a big thank you to the institution, the university, a big thank you to our school, and a big thank you to the City Council of Villanova. We have worked together with the large team. So here I'm representing a large organizing team. So thank you to them, and especially to AELFE and TAPP for trusting us with the organization of this conference and for their support throughout the many decisions that we've been taking. So we planned this conference very differently. So we've replaced physical events with online hybrid events. We've become more flexible, and all of you, our participants, have become more flexible. So the opening ceremony has started. We're here today, here in Villanova physically, or here on the networks, because we live in this digital world. So here I should recognize the work of the people who are surrounding us, who are here backstage, and whom I'm looking at, those technicians, that fantastic team that are making this event possible here and everywhere. Wherever you have a computer, wherever you have internet, you're here with us. So the topic of the conference becomes more relevant than ever, more relevant than we had imagined back in 2017, when we started talking about bringing together AELFE and the TAPP and thinking about how to deal with this network world and how to expand our networks. So we've become digital, we've become hybrid, we've become like open access, real time. And here I have a piece of news, something new, that the proceedings of the conference are already out. So the link will be sent so that we can do what our vice rector has now commended us to do, which is to exchange knowledge, to generate knowledge, and to make a small contribution towards progress and towards this mutual understanding that you so well have explained now. So now I'm only here to wish you a productive conference, to enjoy our keynote speeches, to enjoy a roundtable about global synergies, to enjoy 2 featured symposia on multilingualism in the European Union, and also on technical and professional communication. So, and thank you to every single speaker for your high quality contribution. So I hope that you find in Villanova, on the networks, and at this conference, the forum for exchanging knowledge and networking. Enjoy the conference.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Gracias, Elizabeth. Now the floor is from Mr. Bruce Mailer, who's virtual, who's going to have a video. Yes? Okay.
Welcome to the second ever conference of the Transatlantic and Pacific Project and the 19th International Conference of AELFE. My name is Bruce Malath, co-founder and coordinator of the Transatlantic and Pacific Project and professor of English at North Dakota State University in Fargo, USA. When Sonia Vandepitte and I started making plans in 1999 to link her translation class and my technical writing class via email, we could hardly have imagined that our 2-professor network would, by 2021, span 5 continents, or that it would eventually spread to 45 universities in 20 countries, while involving scores of teachers and thousands of students. Nor could we have easily imagined the quickly evolving communication technologies that students would enthusiastically bring to their collaborations with partners, from instant messaging and Facebook to WhatsApp and Zoom. The collaborative network that Sonia began referring to as the Transatlantic Project, or TAP for short, grew to the point that in 2015, the moniker needed to expand to the Transatlantic and Pacific Project, or TAP, but with the acronym retaining its one-beat pronunciation. With the COVID-19 pandemic, I regret that I am not able to return to Villanova this summer for a third visit, but I'm delighted for those of you who are able to experience the place in person. I'm also delighted that Elisabeth Arnault and the UPC AELFE-TAPP Organizing Committee have been able to convert the conference to hybrid delivery during such extraordinarily and challenging times. The option to participate at a distance has enabled not only me, but many others as well to take part in the dual conferences, including many who would never have been able to travel to Catalonia under any circumstances. There couldn't be a better campus or organizing team to host a high-tech hybrid conference. My heart goes out to all the organizers and technicians in appreciation for all that they've done to prepare and all that they're now doing to make hybrid delivery a success. The future of the TAP looks bright, as does the future of AELFE and cross-fertilization between the two. As I said at the end of my opening keynote address at the 2017 AELFE conference, the TAP is dedicated always to connecting students across languages, cultures, and nations. We transcend walls. As long as there's a free internet, we will always arrange for our students to connect across any ocean, any mountain range, any national boundary, any time zone difference, and any language divide. Today, I would add, any pandemic. Welcome to the 2021 joint conferences of AELFE and the TAP. May they be among the best you ever experience.
Thank you very much, Professor Mela. Now it's the turn of Mr. Alejandro Curado. He's the president of the European Association of Languages for Specific Purposes. Please,
Thank you.
the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. First, I would like to thank the Villanova mayor and the authorities in the town. Thank you for having us. Secondly, to the engineering school in Villanova and the authorities here. Thank you for helping to organize this. And third, to the organizers of the conference, AELFE organizers and the TAP network organizers and the technical team. I think you have already done a fantastic job. I'm sure the conference will be a success. Thank you very much. Welcome and thank you for coming to AELFE and TAP members for being here in some way or another. Also, welcome to the non-members, and I hope you can join us here and in the future for other events. To the AELFE members, my pleasure to see you after 2 long years. It's been hard, but I'm sure that the long wait is going to be worth it. We're going to have a very good conference, I'm sure. We will have the AELFE assembly tomorrow evening, so I hope the AELFE members join us, or any non-members, you are also welcome to join us to learn about AELFE and our current topics, which are quite interesting. After 2 years, we need to discuss some interesting issues related to the association and also the journal Iberica, which has undergone some changes as well. We also have the 8th edition of the Research Award, Enrique Alcaraz Research Award, and we are going to give this award in the closing ceremony of the conference. So I hope you can join us for that. To the TAP members, my pleasure to see you and to get to know you here. I hope we have already associated in the past, as Bruce Mela has said, in Merida 2017, and now in this conference, and I'm sure we will do more joint things in the future. We have also joined other groups and associations in the past and now in the present. For example, in Stockholm, we had a conference in 2014, or in Romania, we had one in 2015. Maybe next year we have another one outside of Spain as well. So I see that the theme of the conference has a lot to do with AELFE and with TAP. The keywords in the theme: multilingual, network, academic, professional, communication. These are all important topics in our association, and I'm sure that also in TAP. So that spirit, I think we can transmit in this event very well, and I thank you for that. It will be a pleasure and very interesting to see you and to listen to you in the communications and the plenaries. So last but not least, I want to thank Elisabeth Arnaud for coordinating this. She's always eager and has so much enthusiasm to organize AELFE events and AELFE-related events. Thank you for this great effort, Elisabeth. This has been long, 2 years, as I said, but it's become possible, so thank you very much. And also, happy birthday, by the way. So she has her day today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Cura. Thank you for letting us know that today is Elizabeth's birthday. This deserves a celebration. Now is the turn to the director of the school, Marisa Zaragoza. Please, Marisa.
Hola, buenos días. Como el congreso es multilingüe, yo os hablaré en castellano, que creo que lo vais a entender mejor que si lo hago en inglés o en catalán. Entonces, yo como directora del campus de la UPC de Vilanova desde hace 6 meses, os recibo con los brazos abiertos. Estoy muy orgullosa de que podamos hacer estos días este congreso aquí en la que considero mi casa y además más orgullosa aún de que este congreso lo organice una persona con una capacidad de trabajo, una capacidad de entrega y una alegría continua, que es la doctora Elisabeth Arnaud, que hoy está aquí como organizadora del congreso, pero es mi sosdirectora de estudiantes y de internacional y, como he dicho antes, una persona muy querida en este centro por su entrega constante a todo lo que se le pida. Gracias, Elisabeth. Primero que nada, quiero hablar un poquito de la gente que tenemos en la mesa. A mi derecha tengo a la vicerrectora de Política Internacional, ella ya se ha presentado, la Lourdes Reig, una persona muy capaz. Yo creo que es de las personas que sabe más de política internacional a nivel de toda Cataluña y muy cercana además de corazón a la UPC de Vilanova. Gracias, Lourdes. Desde el primer momento dijiste que vendrías y has venido. Por otro lado, tenemos a nuestra alcaldesa, la Olga Arnau, también una persona que siempre llevo 6 meses dirigiendo este campus. Ya nos hemos conocido unas cuantas veces y siempre que aparece la palabra universidad, ella tan amablemente se acerca y siempre que puede de su boca sale la palabra UPC de Vilanova o que Vilanova es ciudad universitaria. Muchas gracias, alcaldesa. Y en tu nombre quiero dar las gracias a todo ese equipo técnico del ayuntamiento que día tras día y ya hace mucho tiempo está ayudando a la Elisabeth Arnaud a organizar este congreso. Gracias a todo el equipo técnico. También quiero dirigir unas palabras, le he conocido hoy, Alejandro, es el único hombre de la mesa, increíble, las cosas ya veis que van cambiando. Alejandro, gracias por el apoyo que has dado, tu organización, a AELFE y también a Bruce Meila, el director de la red TAP, esa red de de investigadores de todo el mundo que trabajan tanto en temas de intercambio virtual. Gracias, muchas gracias a los dos. Tú te has podido desplazar, Bruce, ya sabemos que no, pero os lo agradecemos de todo corazón. Aprovecho también para dar las gracias a todos los ponentes que estáis aquí y a los que no han podido venir, para deciros, esto sí, a los que estáis aquí, que la ciudad de Vilanova es una ciudad, como podréis descubrir, espero estos días, costera, muy bonita, con unas playas muy bonitas y con una gastronomía extraordinaria, y espero que museos, tenemos de todo, que lo podáis disfrutar, aparte del congreso, que podáis disfrutar un poco. De la organizadora, la anfitriona de hoy, la que además ya se ha descubierto, lo quería descubrir yo, pero se me han adelantado, hoy es su cumpleaños, la tengo aquí a mi lado, ya he hablado antes de ella y no me voy a extender. Es un cielo de mujer que todo lo que hace lo hace bien y que lo hace de corazón y que quiere muchísimo a la institución y en particular a la UPC de Vilanova. Gracias de nuevo. Y también acabo dando las gracias a todos los técnicos de mi casa, de esta casa, que los veo por ahí, que también llevan mucho tiempo ayudando en la organización de este evento. Todos sabemos, ahora sí que ya acabo, que para que un negocio, un proyecto, una empresa funcione, es muy importante saber comunicar, saber explicar lo que se quiere transmitir, por tanto, y explicarlo de una manera sencilla y clara. Por tanto, es evidente que a nivel técnico y a todos los niveles, y no solo en ingeniería, sino en cualquier contexto, la comunicación es algo fundamental y algo que tenemos que valorar mucho. Y aquí en este congreso vamos a aprender muchas cosas sobre todas las últimas tendencias en comunicación. Muchas gracias a todos y nos vemos estos días. Gracias.
Thank you, Marisa. And to close this opening ceremony, the mayor of the city of Vilanova de Geltrú, Olga Arnau, is going to offer her speech. Thank you, Olga.
Thank you. Bon dia a totes i a tots. Senyora Lourdes Reig, vicerrectora de la Política Internacional de la UPC, a la senyora Marisa Zaragoza, directora d'aquest campus de Vilanova i la Geltrú, de la manera que m'ha presentat, realment l'acollida he estat jo. La UPC sempre ha obert les portes a la ciutat i quan treballem plegats sabem que posarem al mapa la ciutat que ens mereixem i on vulguem estar. A la senyora Elisabet Arnó, organitzadora de l'AELFE i el TAP de 2021 aquí a Vilanova i la Geltrú, i el senyor Alejandro Curado, president d'AELFE, i també el senyor Bruce Meiglas, que ens ha dirigit unes paraules, coordinador de TAP, a través d'aquest vídeo que ens ha deixat gravat. A todos los asistentes presenciales o por streaming, muy buenos días y bienvenidos a este congreso. Us volia explicar que és un plaer per l'Ajuntament de Vilanova i la Geltrú que se celebrin congressos a la ciutat i una de les nostres apostes de promoció de la ciutat és precisament aquesta, que des d'un punt de vista econòmic i turístic ens pugueu conèixer mentre alhora aneu aprofitant aquests congressos, aneu aprenent i agafant coneixements. Crec que és la manera, també ens dona aquest esdeveniment que ens pugueu conèixer com a ciutat. En aquest cas, estem parlant d'un congrés d'un àmbit molt específic, com és el llenguatges acadèmics adreçats a l'ensenyament universitari. A més, es tracta de congressos de prestigi promoguts per entitats reconegudes en el seu àmbit. Penso que això és positiu per la UPC, que es posiciona com un dels seus congressos de caire científic específic i, a més, d'abast mundial. I també és positiu per Vilanova i la Geltrú, perquè esdeveniments com aquests atrauen la participació de persones d'arreu del món i, per tant, és una porta d'entrada a totes aquestes persones a la nostra ciutat. Els participants al congrés, que es troben lluny d'aquí, ara ja saben que aquest esdeveniment s'està celebrant en una petita ciutat catalana situada molt a propet de Barcelona, però anomenada Vilanova i la Geltrú. I les 50 persones que hi assisteixen presencialment, a més, tenen l'oportunitat, com ha explicat la directora, de conèixer la ciutat i de gaudir-ne. Desitgem que us endugueu un bon record, perquè tingueu ganes de tornar aquí a la ciutat i poder-nos veure en un futur molt proper. I a més, pugueu parlar positivament d'aquesta ciutat que avui esteu trepitjant molt a propet de Barcelona, una ciutat mediterrània, i que us la sentiu com a casa vostra. Això és molt important per nosaltres i per això és un plaer col·laborar en l'organització i de manera especial al costat de la UPC, com també ha dit la directora, perquè és un dels nostres principals aliats en la projecció de la ciutat a l'hora de la promoció del coneixement del nostre territori. Us ho diré en castellà perquè també crec que és la manera que m'entendreu més. No ho faré en anglès perquè crec que llavors no m'entendríeu. Es un auténtico placer acoger este congreso en Vilanova y la Geltrú. Desde el Ayuntamiento de la ciudad apostamos por la celebración de este tipo de eventos, colaborando en todo lo que podamos en la organización y ofreciendo facilidades posibles. Pienso que acoger este tipo de eventos internacionales da prestigio a la propia universidad, la UPC, como sede, como universidad organizadora de encuentros científicos, pero también es muy positivo para el propio municipio, ya que ayuda a ponerlo en el mapa y que se conozca más allá de nuestras fronteras. Deseo que todas y todos disfrutéis del Congreso, pero especialmente las personas que lo atienden de forma presencial en nuestra ciudad, pues que puedan conocerla un poquito y disfrutarla. Y ojalá que os vayáis llevándoos un buen recuerdo de la ciudad y deseéis volver a visitarnos en otra ocasión. Moltes gràcies, gaudiu del Congrés y de Vilanova y la Geltrú. Muchas gracias. Disfrutad del Congreso y de Vilanova y la Geltrú. Thank you very much. Enjoy the conference and Vilanova y la Geltrú.
So the conference is open now. The floor is yours. Just, I think that, I don't know if we have a stop or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you.